One of the more sick and disgusting revelations from the Quiet on the Set documentary has to be the situation with Brian Peck and Drake from Drake and Josh. Now, for all you who don't know, the Quiet on the Set documentary, which is on HBO Max right now, exposes how sick and how vile these assholes behind Nickelodeon and all that, and the Amanda Show and all these shows, how sick and grotesque these people are. Now, Hollywood being sick and disgusting is nothing new. I've been talking about this for the past couple of years and how distasteful and gross Hollywood is in general. You see, for the longest, I've known that Harvey Weinstein was not an exception. Harvey Weinstein was the rule, right? He is the norm. All these executives, all these people in Hollywood, they're all sick fucks. I've known this. But to my surprise, I had no idea how disgusting Nickelodeon was. I truly didn't, because like many of you, I grew up watching the Amanda Show. I grew up watching all that. I really wasn't too into the Drake and Josh show, but like many of you, I would laugh and have a good time watching these shows because to me, they were just children's shows. But to the sick and disgusting people, monsters behind the camera, these children were their playthings, figuratively and physically. And what I mean by this, I mean that Drake from Drake and Josh was abused by one of the people in the back, who was Brian Peck. He was a pickle boy and all that, and he was also a dialogue coach. He would help out these actors, these children actors, I guess, with their lines. Now, what makes this situation with Brian Peck so disturbing, so sick, depressing, really. After hearing this story, I truly fell into despair. I was saddened. It was truly depressing, man. And what the situation is Brian Peck, who again was a dialogue coach, he was helping out these kids with their lines, I guess. He was helping out Drake, and I guess he was very touchy-feely with Drake, to the extent that Drake's father was uncomfortable with Brian Peck being around his boy, his son. And he made a big stink about it, and the mother of Drake would get angry at Drake's dad, calling him a homophobe, saying, oh, it's all in your head, blah, 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 blah. And anyway, the two ended up splitting, and Drake goes with his mother, and Drake has like no contact with his dad whatsoever. And of course, mom, being naive, probably more interested in the money, right? I mean, that's got to be it. She not only lets Brian Peck be around her son Drake, she allows Drake to go to Brian Peck's house and spend the night, because nothing bad could happen there. And what ends up happening is Brian Peck abuses Drake. Of course. And then later it comes out that some charges were pressed against Brian Peck, and the victim is Drake, and he is John Doe, right? Because juveniles, they tend to be John Does. They really don't use their names to shield them, to protect them. So he is a John Doe in this case, and Brian Peck gets charged, he gets convicted, arrested, he gets sent up, and Drake calls his dad, and this is what truly broke me. He calls his dad and he tells him, hey, you were right about Brian Peck, and he was abusing people, and he didn't tell his dad. His dad didn't know for the longest that it was his son, his boy, that was the victim. And just having a kid, just the idea of a monster doing that to your boy, and you as a father had these paternal protective instincts to try and protect your son, and you were unable to do so. And you know what happens to Brian Peck? You're gonna love this, okay? After he gets released, right? Well, let me backtrack a little bit. While he is going through trial, all these sick fucks, they write letters, they go to the hearing, they're all like on his side of the court, pleading with the judge. Brian, he's a good guy, blah, blah, blah. He's fine. These sick people, dude. And guess what happens after he gets convicted? Disney hires him, of course. Disney hires Brian Peck, of course. But yeah, man, that's how sick and vile Hollywood is. It's always been that way. That's why this whole situation with Diddy, everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe this was going on in Los Angeles with these celebrities. I'm not. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm on here. Because make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, the soul of our country is at war with evil. And I'm telling you, these sick fucks over in Hollywood, they're certainly not on our side. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.